It's Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, and as much as I criticize social media, I confess that I have an Instagram page that I use regularly. And I use that page to share pictures that I find in nature that move me. And I'll usually write a poem, just something that my spirit is called to write from the emotion that wells up from the picture. And I also take pictures of the sun and the moon when I'm doing spiritual or consciousness rituals involving them. So I got a DM asking, what does the moon ritual do? And I'm just going to share my particular experience with the moon ritual. I'm not an astrologer. I'm not strong in that practice. So there are definitely people who can talk more in detail about the mythology and the esoterics of the moon in a way that I will not be able to. But I will share my personal experience. I do have some mentors who are astrologers, and when I started to do these rituals, I experienced some powerful movements. So let's look at the moon. Whenever you're doing any kind of ritual with the sun or the moon, you're moving with nature. You're syncing your consciousness up with nature and the nature of the object you are connecting with. So the moon has a very powerful reflective quality, and it has a powerful magnetic pull to it that just, what I find, people, when you have a full moon, there's a state of agitation amongst people and mammals in general. You hear the stories of wolves, of the werewolf coming alive on a full moon, and I believe some of that is linked to the word lunacy or lunatic. So lunatic, the word is rooted in lunar, relating to the moon. And what you see is, again, the moon brings out this spirit of heightened energy and agitation. So why is this good? This doesn't sound necessarily like a positive thing. Well, again, what I've found useful in a moon ritual is when you have that heightened sense of agitation, this is a gift to notice what's pushing your buttons, because every time I do these rituals, there's always something that shows up in my field of awareness, that just the universe pops into my life that agitates me and provides a great challenge for me to face, as far as facing hidden emotional triggers and traumas that are hidden in my shadow. And again, I'll warn you, like, if you do these rituals and this comes up, you're always accountable for how you behave. So if you lash out at somebody, if you just react when you're in that heightened state, you're going to be held to the consequences of your actions. So I've found, again, part of my ritual, if I'm asking, I specifically go in and ask what are patterns that are unconscious to me that are holding me back that I need to become aware of, and they always show up within that week. But again, it takes a huge amount of self-restraint on my part not to get involved in reacting to other people who trigger these things during these states. And sometimes I fail at this, but I'm always aware of what this is, and there's huge value in that. So, because when you release these traumas, when you become aware of them and you start to work through them, on the other side is stepping into your sovereignty, stepping into purpose, stepping into that identity that you want to show up in the world, and being able to draw from the resources of the world in a way that you never have before. So that's the other half of the moon ritual, is being clear on what the new identity that you want to step into. And that essentially is my moon rituals in a nutshell. So the cliff notes of that is I use the natural agitational magnetic energy of the moon to pull hidden programs out of me that are holding me back. I consciously look at what shows up that week of what's agitating me and journal about it. Do my best not to react too much to other people. And also during that same moon ritual, I have an intention of something I'm looking at manifesting or stepping into. And I've always noticed some kind of positive result in this process. I don't promise anything for you, but that is what I do. So Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, hope this helps you. Peace.